Are we live?
We're live. Hello, welcome to the first episode of Kief and Real.
Yeah, this is pretty exciting, actually.
This is different than Love, Peace, Ulick, and Grease. There's none of that here. There's no love, there's no peace, and there's definitely no Ulick and Grease. We just don't have any on site. Zero. We're actually Nickelband biggest fans. This is the Nickelback fan club.
Nickelband, eh?
Nickelband.
Did I say Nickelband?
You did say Nickelband,
You
yeah.
did say Nickelband.
That's our cover band for
This
Nickelback.
is my graph.
Welcome to What's your favorite Nickelback band song?
Like Nickelback or Nickelband?
Is there?
I got a bunch of Nickelband favorites.
All right,
songs, but-
yeah, name one. Name one.
Yeah, I don't got one.
I didn't
I
think
lied.
so.
I got caught in a lie.
I don't know why people hate Nickelback so much.
I don't know. One Nickelback. I don't think I have a single song I like from Nickelback, actually.
Burning It Down.
How You Remind Me?
No.
This is how you remind me of what I really am.
I play a lot of Rock Band.
I can see
and
you're impressed.
I thought that was Theory of a Dead Man.
Oh my.
Puddle of Mud.
Is it not?
I don't know. What?
I'm pretty sure I just
No, it was Nickelband.
Yeah, he said Nickelband. No, but
We're going to have to check the tape. I feel like I said Nickelback.
No, you said Nickelband. 100%.
no.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, I play a lot of Rock Band, and they just released Creed, and I think it was Nickelback, yeah, and it was just like a throwback to that.
What? The
and they
Creed's
had
one
Bush.
song?
They had Bush, the band
Sacrifice. Well,
Bush.
they've
Yeah.
got a few songs, I think.
Name another one.
Okay, I can't.
Of
Yeah.
what?
They
Creed?
have just
Yeah,
as many
Creed.
songs as friggin' Nickelband.
Creed?
Creed.
Oh, man, they got like 3 songs, and they're all like... What's that?
I feel like I can't name.
open.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
The
It's
power
not-
ballad from the 90s. Yeah.
It's not coming to me.
open.
What did I step on?
Don't worry about it.
All right, whatever.
It's not in the budget.
Yep. Anyways.
Should introduce ourselves, probably.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
gonna
I'm- Should I
go
start?
ahead. Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
hosting right now. Put host over my head in post, please. Right above me.
Yeah, can you just take all that out and just start it here? Yo, what's going on? It's Fish, and if you want to follow me, you can head on over to Instagram at FishFMCA. That's where you will find me
You'll see him giving her by the river, like
Yep.
we are right now.
every single day.
That's right.
Mhm.
I don't like hanging out down by the river. I'm Kiefer Carlson. I hang out in my yard because COVID. So I'm chilling. I'm not doing
And I'm Christian Postlowski, aka the Fax Man, 'cause it's way easier to say.
Yeah.
And
I don't hang out in his
Where
backyard.
can we follow you, Faxman?
Faxman at Faxman CFNR on Twitter.
Really?
He's a
Yeah,
Twitter.
that's
he's a
actually
Twitter
that's
guy.
my Twitter handle.
I gotta follow you.
Yeah,
Basically, all I've been doing on my Twitter is complaining about people on TikTok.
I keep trying to tweet at companies and they never get back to me. It's super annoying.
I tweeted at 50 Cent one time and he responded to a tweet that I tweeted him. But he didn't at me.
What'd you hit him with?
I forget what it was, but I was just pestering him. I tweeted him like 90 times in like a minute. And he's always like, I can't say what he said, but he's like, why are these people always tweeting me like this nonsense? Yeah.
Okay.
You're the field of that fire.
Yeah.
That's
It
hilarious.
was awesome. Also, I don't know if you guys watch UFC, but Roy Nelson,
I don't know.
UFC fighter, he tweeted me back. I said, big win tonight, Roy. I said, I'm getting a mullet because you inspired me. And he said, much appreciated, man. And I cried. And then I got a mullet. I literally got a mullet the next day. And
Wow.
I haven't had a mullet ever since, but it's been a staple part of my life.
You say, what do you call this?
A mullet.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a small.
that's a mullet.
I just got tied up in a bun. Can you? Oh, okay, it's more of a pony.
Yeah, it's definitely a ponytail.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, you're getting
Dude.
long there, buddy.
Oh,
Should
dude.
I just let it hang?
That's why I wear that hat. If I didn't have that hat, my hair's like actually down all the way to my beard.
Oh my goodness.
It's getting
Braid it,
pretty.
man. You should
it's getting
braid
pretty
that.
gnarly.
I braided mine when I went golfing the other day. It was way down my back. This is the longest my hair has ever been.
And you can't even see it most of the time.
I know. Okay, I'm taking the ponytail out. We're letting it flow.
Beauty.
Oh,
We're letting
man.
it flow, guys. We got the lettuce out today. God, I hate my face. Anyways,
Starting off on a high note here.
moving along. I don't know if you guys seen this, but today Joe Biden is trending on. He's trending on Twitter.
When is he not?
Basically,
It's never for anything good. That's for sure.
Okay, so to summarize it without sounding, it's hard to say it because it just makes me feel uncomfortable. But basically, he was talking to Charlemagne the God, another radio personality such as ourselves, And he said, if you're voting for Trump and not voting for me, are you really black?
Which
I mean,
which is
Can he ask that question?
N-
Because we're
no.
keeping it real right now. I want your real opinions.
I mean, he might be. One of the things that's always fascinated me about his entire campaign is he might just be delusional. Have you seen some of his speeches where he's trying to, like, get out his message? Like, scripted, too, but he can't even get out half the words.
I've definitely been there, but not on Joe Biden's level.
Yeah, like, he's lost it a bit.
I mean, that's my everyday though. Like I mean, how many times? Even what was it? The nickel band thing.
Nickel
What you're on?
The crub.
The crub, the nickel band thing. I couldn't even figure out a response.
Yeah.
You know what a funny video is? I told you to check this out. It's the corn pop video with Joe Biden.
God.
Joe Biden, I guess, was in like the 70s or the 60s. He was hanging out at a swimming pool, which he always went to. And he was like, a lot of colored folk down in the swimming pool. And he's just like talking like really like, he's like, I used to know a bad dude. Bad dude came in rolling up. He said, where's that Biden guy? And his name was Corn Pop. It was Corn Pop the gangster. And then he went up and stood up against Corn Pop.
Oh, Biden stuck up for himself?
Joe Biden stuck up for himself and like fought Corn Pop. And if you look on like the internet, and if you try to find out who this Corn Pop guy is, he was a real dude.
And his name was actually Corn Pop.
Yeah, that was his name.
It's like, because Corn Pops would like
Yeah.
scratch the roof of your mouth when you ate them. So
They
is that-
would, actually, yeah.
So is that why Corn
Why
Pop
his
is like the
name?
meanest?
Because he'll scratch the...
Was his
the roof of your
sidekick
mouth.
Captain Crunch?
No, the Crunchlings.
Wouldn't he be the lead in that? He's the captain,
Captain?
right?
He'd be captain.
No,
and
he's
he'd have his Crunchlings.
Captain. It's like he's not actually the captain. It's CAPN
Oh,
Crunch. It's not Captain.
Captain
Oh,
Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Mandela effect, boys. You know about the Mandela effect?
I didn't realize that would apply to it. I think that might just be something I've never actually read.
The Mandela effect?
And every time he comes
No,
in,
not the
he's
Mandela
gonna
effect. I
get
mean the whole
crunched.
Captain Crunch thing.
Do you know the Mandela effect?
Don't they call
I've
him
heard of
Captain
it.
Crunch in long form? Like, it's Captain Crunch long form, isn't it? Or is it always Captain?
There's no one has ever, there has been no evidence of calling him Captain. He is dressed up in like Captain attire though.
Maybe that's probably where the distinction comes from.
I don't know why, but I always thought that Captain Crunch was like a pirate. Is he a pirate or is he a general?
I thought he was a
Maybe
general. I thought he was
He's
a
got the
I thought
pirate
he was-
hat on, though, right?
Is that a pirate hat or is it like a
It's like a
conquistador hat?
tricorn. Well, I thought it
What's
was
a
like
conquistador?
tricorn.
Have you seen that movie with what's his name, Mel Gibson, and he's on the water? Or is it Russell Crowe?
Which one?
Yeah, that
I
really
only know
narrows it
one
down,
film
man.
with Mel Gibson.
Are
in
they
it.
both
Have
Australian?
you seen that one where the boat sinks and there's people on it?
Titanic?
Castaway? Oh no, that was an airplane.
And there's a lot of movies with boats with boats capsizing.
This is the
Isn't this
Mandela
good?
effect. We're in it.
What is the Mandela effect?
It's misremembering things into intergenerational dimensions of the time
Is
force
that like-
space continuum.
Is that like the Berenstain Bears?
Yes, it's a Berenstain
Yeah,
Bears. I was just I don't even
There
know
was
what I was
there was
just
quite
saying.
a few.
It's not actually it's Berenstain, right?
The Star Wars one is really famous too, where he
Yeah.
doesn't say Luke, I'm your father.
Luke, I am your father.
Yeah,
But
but
he
that
never says that, right?
no,
He
doesn't.
says, "No, I am your father."
But that likely has.
Where's Rachel? Sorry, I had to get that out of my system.
But that might have a lot to do. Like, the one thing that's interesting about the Mandela effect is like our media and our like general culture with social media, and then even like word of mouth texting, stuff like that. It spreads information so much faster, and the more you interpret something and the more you realize it, the more likely it is to become a habit, right? So at some point, somebody said like "Luke, I'm your father" a million times. Even in TV shows, it's quoted like that.
Yeah,
That
So
makes way too much sense for me. I'm just gonna go with multi-generational and multi-universes.
I definitely feel like there are many universes out there
Yeah.
and alternate universes. There's a universe where I'm sitting right here, and you're sitting right here, and you're not even here.
Well, it hurts my head to even
That's true.
think about that because then there would be multi-universes where I'm not even in the room.
You might not even exist.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing too. Is like quantum theory scientists are trying to prove that every time you impact the timeline in any way, and it has
Create
to
a
do.
fragment.
Yeah, it has to do specifically with like the way you impact like cells and the way it like moves. You actually create like a divergent timeline every single time, and that's like it's a possibility that you create like a million universes a day, just based on small details that you make.
And that's every person. And there's what 7.8 billion people
Yeah.
in this world. My head hurts.
It's crazy to think.
I think
about.
we're all computer simulated.
I mean, at the
Yeah,
end,
that'd
how
be
do you
an
come
easy
back on the same
solution.
timeline?
I
That's
think
what
we're in a
wonder.
simulation. I think in the future you put in 25 cents into a machine and it's like kill 5 minutes by living a lifetime.
We already do that with VR.
but not to that extent of living a lifetime and feeling everything that you feel.
I mean, at some point we're gonna have VR, and where it's just like that, and you can live another life or another part of your life just by
Yeah. Well, it's either
putting on a headset, right?
you literally either get off the planet
It's gonna be
or
so
you
real
upload
you can't
yourself.
even tell. You can't even tell the
It's
difference.
like the Matrix.
Yeah, it will be the Matrix. Yeah.
Are
for
we
sure.
in the Matrix right now?
I don't know, man. That's
Yeah.
a question we gotta ask Neo. We gotta find Neo.
It
Yo,
stresses me out to
shout
think
out
about.
if you found Neo. Comment below. Let us know who he is.
I don't know.
It's Keanu.
Is it Keanu?
They're doing
no, he's
another
Mr.
Matrix.
Wick now.
Those are such.
No, there is a
They
new
are.
Matrix movie coming out.
There is a new
Yeah,
Matrix
there
movie
is.
coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
The original cast.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna
the
say, that's a
original
big
cast.
deal.
That's the only way you can do it if the original cast comes back.
They were so iconic, like unbelievably iconic in their roles.
I recently watched all the Matrixes.
Yeah.
Matrix Eyes?
I'm pretty sure it's Matrixes.
Matrixes through. Great series.
Matrix film.
First one, I thought, you know what? Even like the graphics were a bit cheesy, especially in the fight scenes when he's fighting the agents and stuff.
Yeah.
But so good.
The first one's the best.
I don't know.
Oh,
The first one's the best, man. It's like high school philosophy in one movie. Like your entire
Yeah.
class of philosophy can be summed up by that one film.
well, that's when all the stories like originally implemented. Also, here's a question actually. Sorry, this is gonna derail it a bit. How do you think CG will impact the new Matrix? Because before they didn't have that level of CG that we do now.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
No,
They
it's gonna
already
matter
had,
a lot actually.
because the Matrix was like the first movie to like implement basically the entire thing with CG.
It was, yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, our grade of CG is way higher than it was at that time.
They should get Michael Bay to direct it.
Oh, man. If the Matrix is just an action movie,
Everyone explodes.
That was the Transformers.
if the Matrix movie is just an action movie, like the new one, I'm not gonna be happy about it.
It's got to have some depth to it.
It needs to have depth. I didn't like, hot take. I didn't like the second or the third ones.
Wow.
Well, that's 'cause-
When's the last time you watched them?
A couple years ago. I actually watched them fairly recently. I just felt that they were just action movies, and
Yeah.
I like how the first one has like that, the whole like allegory of the cave and stuff. Like nobody knows whether real life is real life, and then the others just became like ride along buddy cop adventures of just like, oh no, there's these evil white dudes with like these long white braided hair just like coming to kill us.
Yeah.
They're like driving on these highways and stuff, and
Yeah.
But I think that, like, at least in my opinion, that's the story was built so heavily around the first one that then they could do whatever they wanted with like 2 and 3, and then they realized that they had captured an audience, so they wanted to keep like I would say it's probably like an older generation of audience where they care more about action and fighting, especially in the era of like, you come off of Die Hard movies and you come off of like Transformers, Spider-Man's, like
I just love those. I like buddy
Yeah.
cop movies. I don't know. I'm a simpleton.
see Captain Marvel.
I did.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
It answered some questions. It was a bit cheesy for my liking.
What questions would it have answered though? Because like even the story I felt was pretty bad.
Just Fury.
Yeah,
Getting to see a lot of
Nick
Samuel
had a
L.
big
Jackson.
thing, yeah.
So just getting to see him. And is he a replica of those aliens who can replicate?
Yeah, because they left you on that cliffhanger where right at the end, the aliens came out after they'd already replicated the 2 agents.
Exactly. So do we know
Oh,
if
we
Nick
just spoiled
Fury's
it.
actually? Oh my god.
Yeah, we just spoiled it by accident.
can we edit all of that out and just put a big spoiler?
We got no money for editing.
Just put a spoiler. We just need a tag that says spoiler warning right before I start talking.
Yeah, but it's how long has it been out? We'll give a 1 year buffer.
It's been more than like 3 years. I remember watching at my buddy's house.
3
years
years? No, 2 years for Captain Marvel.
Well, it was 2018
Hey,
maybe?
Siri?
Early 2018?
Hey Siri, what year did Captain Marvel get released?
She doesn't know.
2019.
It was 2019?
What year is it?
2020. So that means it's only been like a year and a half.
Oh,
Sorry,
we just
buddy.
spoiled it.
Yeah, we just messed up some people.
I haven't even seen it.
That's fine.
So luckily I wasn't listening though. So
Just tuned us up. Shut
Yeah.
up, Siri. Alexa's better. Nah, I said it.
Yeah,
Jeez.
but every time you say anything, Google picks you up and then it automatically documents whatever you're saying.
That's fine. Take it all.
Like,
Take all my information.
you've been getting Huawei ads. for
I
the
get
past, like,
Huawei.
month.
Oh my god! I said
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Huawei with him. We were talking about
Hide
it
my
because he's got like
phone,
the
man.
phone. He's got like we were talking about like 5G, and it was in my office over there. And ever since then, Twitter, Facebook, Discord, all Huawei ads.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on?
It's a bummer because I got this phone and I was expecting like, I don't care, what, controversy aside, It's a great phone, except it updated, and now there's a bunch of features that I don't have, and I had to roll it back a bunch of like updates, and that's the nice thing about having like iPhone and stuff, because you just know like the next, it's just gonna be better, you know, the
Not
next one.
necessarily.
Well, the updates, this one updated, and I can't send text.
Oh, really?
I can't send text at all. It doesn't work. It's broken.
Are you
What?
using WeChat?
I can't send any. As like I tried SMS, MMS, any other MS. Like I can't send texts. And so I had to roll it back, and now I can. But for a while, I'm just.
So you're saying your phone's disabled?
Yeah, I am saying it's disabled, man.
Would you say that
It
was a
was
backdoor
disabled.
that
It's back
stopped
to
it?
work. Wait, is that an amputee joke?
Whoa! I wasn't even gonna go there.
Is
Did you
that
see
an
me
amputee?
looking at your fingers?
I didn't know, but now I do.
Wow.
So, I tell you, every
not.
time I've been getting here,
Trigger warning.
cranking
There's
out
so
an
many
amputee
warnings,
joke,
man.
cranking out an amputee joke every single episode.
I have not made one amputee
I
joke.
get how this is going to be a
Ever.
running theme here.
I respect amputees.
Yo,
Respect
War Amps
me.
is still the only charity I've ever given to. Like, actually, it's the only charity I've ever donated to.
Really?
My parents give to Kids Help Phone, and I gave to War Amps. Yeah.
Did you ever sign up for where like you die, you can submit body parts,
Yeah, you give your
like your
organs.
liver and your
Yeah, I
organs
said
and
they
stuff?
could take my organs. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what does it matter? You're dead.
Well, you don't know.
What do you mean?
'Cause
Dude, they
there's
don't
money-
harvest you right away. They
There's
have to do
money
an
to be
autopsy.
made out of your organs, though, for like doctors and stuff. Well, maybe not here, but in the States for sure.
Yeah, but if you donate them, then it's gonna help somebody, right?
I definitely am for it. I'm
Yeah.
pro organ donating.
Because like it's not like, well, on your point, they're not gonna like carve you open right away. They're gonna autopsy you, make sure you're dead. And obviously, there's some fringe circumstances where you die. I think they perform the funeral first as well.
Well, I'm going out like Walt.
He's gonna wait. How did he go?
He's got cryogenically frozen his head.
He got cryogenically frozen his head. Yeah, man. Like
Is
he-
this like
he got
Futurama?
frozen,
You don't
yeah.
need the rest of your body then.
I want it though.
For what?
You never know.
I mean, I think I do know actually. What are you gonna use the like rest of your
Why?
body
Your
for?
body would be like old.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you want a new robot
it
body?
would be like
That's
Futurama.
actually-
You would just be implanted on somebody's better
I
body.
get my
Yeah.
fingers back.
I would definitely.
That's the fuck you want. You come out like 1,000 years in the future. You're like, finally,
You'd
you're
have
like
to-
Terminator.
You'd have to relearn how to play guitar again.
Yeah, I seen you play on Instagram actually.
That's true.
I don't follow you.
It's actually pretty cool. I like
I
the
need to
pick.
follow.
You have it like right on your thumb and you just pluck
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah,
really
just
cool
use my
actually.
thumb, yeah, just shred. Yeah,
You're like the Ojibwe Jimi Hendrix.
it's true.
Do you sing?
I don't know, man. We'll try. We'll see.
You kind of sound like the Tiger King, like a little. Like you guys have the same bass of voice.
Like that. Well, that'd be like an absence of bass, because
Yeah.
Tiger King's just always like this.
Yes.
You know?
Wow. Yo, that's pretty good.
Carol Baskin. Like that.
Carol Baskin did it.
Carol Baskin
Hey, all
did
cool cats and kittens.
it. Man, that's a series I'm so glad I'm not hearing about it anymore.
I've
Why
just
not?
never seen it still. So
What?
I've never seen it.
Dude, I was all caught up in that.
I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Never seen it.
I've never
It's,
seen it.
it's hilarious.
Seen a couple
What?
episodes. I just.
It's really.
I couldn't
funny.
get into it. I just don't like Terry Crew. I'm sorry.
You don't like Terry?
See, I don't like Andy Samberg.
Okay. Like,
What?
You know what's funny is both those people in the show end up being like some of the characters I don't like the most. Because some of the other characters develop way better than they do. Yeah. Also, Terry's just a stereotype of
Yeah.
Terry, I guess. Like he eats yogurt, he works
Yeah, he
out. They, like,
basically just plays Terry. Like
Yeah.
he's not acting. He's just himself.
well, no, I think they
I mean,
do
who
it
could be
too
him? Who
much
could be
though, because there's like too much like I get it. He's big. He eats yogurt. He's got this like normal lifestyle. But like, how much
There's
can you
this
throw
yogurt
it
thing.
on?
Like I didn't know that was a thing.
Really, he loved like I don't know what it is. Every episode they had an entire episode just on him eating yogurt.
It's probiotics.
He's
good.
yeah, he's like, man, I really want a yogurt fridge, so I
Healthy-
don't have to
healthy
walk to the
floor.
fridge to get my yogurt.
A yogurt fridge.
Yeah, he's like, I could put it under my desk.
I can't remember the last time I ate yogurt.
Oh, when I came up here for the first time, I bought those like plain yogurts. They're like all natural. I bought 3 of them for $6. One of the most disgusting things I've ever eaten. You know how much fruit and like stuff I had to put in there to make it even edible?
Oh,
Yeah,
see, you
plain
don't-
yogurt is like you're eating sour cream, dude.
Guys
It was.
are-
It's like
It's
you put it on a
appetizing.
potato.
I had,
love
I,
plain
had,
yogurt.
I had a month to eat all 3.
Yeah, you're insane, man. I love
was
plain
not
yogurt.
smart.
Plain Greek yogurt is amazing. Plain yogurt.
What do you
is
eat it
just a
with?
bomb. Nothing. I just have plain yogurt.
Ugh.
If I've
It's
got
such like a
shreddies or
sour
something,
taste.
if I've got shreddies or something, yeah, man. Or, fruit, grapes, whatever.
Yeah,
throw that in
granola.
there.
I think that's what you're gonna say. Yeah.
Anything, yeah, no. But like I will have it just straight up. Just have like couple spoons of it, it's good for you.
Is it?
It's insanely good for
It's
you.
actually really good for you, but it's disgusting.
Huh.
Yeah.
No,
I've used it in cooking. It makes a good tzatziki.
Yeah.
Greek.
Oh,
Well, that's the base of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You add it to thicken up like a soup or something.
Yeah.
Anything. It's pretty universal. But
Throwback to the first episode of the LPOG podcast. The LPOG. LPOG P. I brought up that it's actually Ardennes.
Oh, here we go.
No, not again.
So
Wasn't
the
it-
feedback has come in.
Somebody
The
that
one
you
comment.
Know, yeah,
Some
somebody
one
that he
comment.
knows commented.
We only got one comment. Let's go
Right,
for 2 on
It
this.
was my mom. She confirmed. She said, I quote, I Googled it. It's Ardennes.
How do you Google it?
He's Google Ardennes, and there's videos of people just saying, like, these, girls or whatever going like, haha, I didn't know how it was pronounced, and then somebody said it was Ardennes. Haha, I've been saying Ardennes.
You know what this is? This is the Mandela effect. Only he remembers it as one way,
Mhm.
and everyone remembers it the other way.
No.
Yeah, that's actually
No.
This is the
that's
Mandela
actually
effect.
Mandela effect.
Yeah.
This
Just
it's not
because you're right and we remember it being Ardennes means we're Mandela'd.
Yeah, we got Mandela.
Mandela.
He's the facts man, but he is explicitly denying a fact. It's Ardennes, and you know what? I misspoke. And we all misspoke. It's just,
I didn't misspeak.
It's
I'll
just
speak for
Ardennes.
myself.
It's not Ardennes. It's just
Ardennes.
Ardennes.
This is the
Ardennes.
Mandela effect, 100%.
No, it's not.
Why would I have to be wrong when I can blame it on another timeline?
It's the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah. Like, I don't remember what those bears are.
That's right. It
Right.
is the Mandela effect.
This just sounds like escapism at this point.
What do you mean? The
I've never
entire
heard that
Mandela
you-
effect is escapism.
Yeah,
It's the whole idea.
I don't like it. You gotta face your problems head on.
While Ardennes is back open,
Yeah.
I think.
I'm
You
sure
see the
there's a-
lineup outside Winners today, dude?
I'm more surprised as that
Can we
many
even
people
talk
in our
about that?
city.
Dude. Okay, let me look into the camera. People of the world, chill out. Give Winners a break. You don't need to wait 2 hours in line to go into Winners.
Well, what's gonna be there anyways? It's
When?
not like people have been donating,
I don't know. I don't know the big deal. Like, I
It's the same
enjoyed
stock as
going
it was
into
when it
Winners.
closed.
Yeah. I enjoyed going into Winners before, but I'm going to wait a while to go back.
I was
I'm-
really happy to go to that store in the corner when it closed. I got a backpack for like $20. That was pretty sick.
Oh, Bentley's or whatever
Yeah.
it was? Yeah.
when that
those were
closed down, I
nice.
think that was before you came actually. No, that was while you were here. I got it right before Christmas. $20. Great backpack.
Is Ardennes open?
I don't know.
Trying to not crack a smile. You're like, is Ardennes open?
Is Ardennes open?
Is it Ardennes?
It's just Ardennes.
There's no S?
No.
So we're misremembering the S, too.
If
Yeah.
you watch the first episode,
I have. I lived
you
it.
gotta watch it again.
I was there, I think.
It's Ardennes.
Ardennes.
Regardless. Irregardless.
I was going to say.
Yeah. What else is going on?
Not a lot. Movie world. Nothing really going on.
No.
Scoob came out. I don't know if anybody watched that.
No. Trash.
There's some trailers that got released. I don't exactly know what got released recently.
Scoob?
Yeah, they made like a new animated version of
Scooby-Doo.
It's following the origin story between Scoob and
Hot take. The
Shaggy?
Best, the best
Shaggy.
one is the one with Matthew. Who was it? He played the skinny Shaggy. He played Shaggy.
Yeah,
Casey
he's-
Kasem.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Was
that
that
was
Casey?
Casey
Yep.
Kasem. Yeah, because everyone was saying like
Same
we
spot.
needed Casey.
Isn't he back as the voice?
He was bomb. He was great.
I don't actually know. That's a Google question right there.
And I think he came back. He's the voice.
Coolsville
I feel like there's something that would lead me to believe that he's not. Let's consult Google, because if you ever don't have an answer to something, you can search it up on the internet. We have technology that allows you to do that.
Oh, you know, while you're into that, one cool thing that I seen that was coming out is Tesla had a leaked memo saying that they're coming out with a 1,000,000-mile battery.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, Casey Kasem is dead.
I mean,
What?
He
No,
died in
he's-
2014.
Oh, that's not the guy
That's
I'm
not the
thinking
guy,
of.
yeah,
That's
no.
not the. I'm thinking of the guy from Fever Pitch. No, Summer League.
I'm telling
No.
you, his name's Matt. It's
He's
Matt
in
something.
Scream. He's the killer in Scream.
Look it up.
Oh,
Facts
you're
Man.
right, actually. Yeah, he's
That guy. That's
yeah.
the Shaggy. Like, whoa,
Is
Scoob.
that not Casey
Yes.
Kasem?
Zoinks. Like, let's get out of here. That guy.
Let's just keep Googling it. We're going to find it at some point.
Yeah,
Voice
I'm not
actor.
gonna sit here and look at my phone, but yeah, no. So the Tesla. While he's doing that, let's talk about the Tesla. Was it $1 Million Man?
It was
No,
Casey Kasem. He literally voiced him. And then Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was the one that did it after.
That's who I like.
No, I like the guy who I just named, the guy who is in Scream.
Matthew Lillard.
Oh, Scream's coming back. And David Arquette's reprising his role as the police officer.
I've never seen a single Scream.
The movies really started to go downhill after a while.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it
definitely.
was like they were like this slasher flick that was super cool, and then you get to like the fourth and fifth one when they're like doing these like crazy hijinks and they're trying to figure out who the killer is, and there's like 7 copycats, and they're like, we have to capture the original so we get the copycat, and they're like, we have him in jail. It's like, no, that's a copycat of the copycat, and it's like, I don't even know what's going on.
Horror movies are hard to. It's hard to reinvent the wheel when it comes to horror movies, and what I like are the ones with like phones in it and stuff. Like they really try to modernize it.
No.
Like
oh,
the
have you
cell
seen
phones and
Unfriended,
stuff?
dude?
No.
That movie
I will
sucked.
not watch that movie.
That was awful.
You watched it?
I've seen almost every horror movie
I hate
in the last
horror
like 30
movies.
years.
I don't watch any.
Unfriended was
0.
terrible. Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen it either. So
Yeah, it's bad. It's not all like phones, but it is, there's enough of it in there.
I like zombie movies. World War Z.
that was good. That was with Brad Pitt, right?
Anything with
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, really.
Yeah.
They're making another
Pitster, as I
Train to
like to call
Busan. Have
him.
you seen Train to Busan?
No,
Oh,
sounds
it's
French.
iconic. It is amazing.
Is it about a train?
Yeah, so basically there's like this massive like zombie outbreak in like a small Korean city, and then you follow like the main character who's actually trying to reunite, or he wasn't trying to reunite with his daughter, he's trying to reunite I think with his wife, I can't exactly remember. But he ends up taking this like train, and they get to this train station to only find out that the entire military was overwhelmed, and then they have to take this train that's already infested with zombies to try to get out. I'm not going to spoil how it ends, it's crazy.
You can spoil it.
I'm not
No,
going to
don't
spoil
spoil
it.
it.
Nobody's going to
No,
watch
this
it.
movie, like
I
the ending
care.
you would not see coming. It's actually awesome.
Let's check it out.
Yeah,
What's
It
called
was
again?
all a dream. He woke
it's
up
called A Train to Busan. It's on
sweating in his
Netflix.
bed,
Oh no, I
eating
slept
some
like a baby that night.
Korean barbecue. No, I'm talking about the end of the movie.
Oh yeah, maybe.
We should start doing mukbangs.
Oh no way! Every time I hear like this whole ASMR thing that goes on, people are like eating into their mics. I'm like, man,
I love it. I go to like.
you like listening to people just chow down on some food on their mic.
I'll do show prep. It just like sitting down with ASMR in my. What I like are like audio tests or like hearing tests where people pretend to be doctors and like scrape your ears like in a.
I've never heard
As somebody
of
that sees you do show prep, I can hear your music.
Well, like I don't listen to ASMR here.
Are you ashamed of it?
Well, I'm gonna fall asleep in the middle of my show.
Oh, you
fall
use it
asleep
to
in the
go to
middle of-
sleep?
What's that?
You use it to go to sleep too?
Yeah, it puts me in like a sleepy mood. Yeah, I'm a big fan of sounds.
Oh yeah.
What sound?
Oh no! Why did this get brought up?
Hey everybody, welcome to the LBOG
Hi.
What is it?
podcast.
I don't know. I don't know if I was
No,
doing
Kiefer,
it.
do you like ASMR?
Was I doing ASMR?
Yeah.
No, I've
we'll just
never.
whisper
I've
it.
never really watched it. I know my girlfriend. She watches mukbangs all the time. Oh my god! Switching the story. This just popped in my head. My dad's a hero. My father. He's staying with us here across the street. Some guy got attacked by 2 dogs. 2 of them. They had him down in a ditch. Like literally.
Really?
Like this just happened today.
With big dogs?
Big dogs.
Wow.
Big dogs.
Yeah.
We're talking. One was a pit bull. A half pit bull. Still. Anyways, I've seen it around our neighborhood, and the other one was a lab. Not to name names, because I don't know their names, but my dad sprung in the action, and he's like, he likes to carve and like do woodworking, so we had these trees in our backyard. He chopped one down. Anyways, he made this walking stick, and he like filed this tree into this walking stick, and it's like kind of thin, but it's so strong.
Yeah.
He ran out there with this freaking walking stick and went and helped fight off these dogs.
Wow.
Holy crap!
He just like sprung right into action. Insane stuff.
It's actually crazy.
Roy Carlson, shout out, Dad.
You know, there's a lot of people out there that like adopt animals, and like kudos to them. I think it's a good thing to like keep them out of the pens. But like, if you know they're not going to be trained when they come out, you actually have to be like firm with them and understand how to train them. If you don't know how to, you should really reach out to a trainer.
Dude.
Like there was in was it in Michigan, Idaho? I don't remember, but the lady like got killed by the pit bull that she knew was aggressive, and I was like, you gotta like you gotta take some precautions if that kind of thing is going to happen, right?
It's scary.
Yeah.
But it's specifically around here, there's a lot of dogs that just run loose.
Yeah.
And it's scary to walk around here.
It's in
for
my
sure.
neighborhood too, actually.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Actually, on New Year's Day of this year, we went for like a New Year's Day walk and took my son out, and I had him in like the backpack or whatever, and he's just a little baby. I got squared up with like 2 dogs came up because people had them off the leash.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
And they were like getting super aggressive with me, and I didn't back down. I was just like ready to go.
yeah.
And I was like screaming at them. They're like, "Oh, he's not gonna bite. He's not gonna bite."
See,
and he's
that always drives me up the wall. I went camping once and had the same experience. Like with me and my ex at the time, we were walking down this road, and there's other kids. This big group of kids who were loud the entire night. Had a dog, and it was unleashed, and you could tell like this dog was just excited to see everything, excited to see me, and we're just walking. Comes up, just starts like getting aggro with us. And I'm just sitting there ready to just like, like punt this dog across the road. Like it was a huge dog though. And so I'm just kind of, and they're just like, oh no, it's not going to, like, why are you scared, bro? It's not going to hurt you. And I'm just like, I don't know your dog.
Yeah. I hate that when people are like, it's not going to bite.
It's like, it might not bite you, but...
It's barking at you and everything.
And it's like, showing aggressive behavior, like it's getting in a kill position.
Yeah, if this dog could get on time, like it's bigger than me.
Bro, just freaking leash up your dogs. Like, I just don't.
Not that I would ever punt a dog.
I would punt a dog if it was coming at me.
If a dog's attacking you, you can't even tell me you wouldn't defend yourself. Like, they're cute and all, they're nice, but like, I'm not letting a dog kill me.
No.
I'm not letting anything kill me.
I'm choking it out.
Until I die. Then I die.
Just so scary, because I've been squared up. There was another dog every time I was walking, because when I first got my Fitbit, I was obsessed with getting my 10,000 steps a day. So I'd go for walks every night, and it just started getting too bad. There was dogs everywhere that were just like super aggressive, and I just can't stand it. But yeah, getting back to the New Year's, I almost had to go at it with the dog owners, because he's just like, oh yeah, sorry man, and I gave him the gears. I was like, I got my son on my back, and your dog comes up and tries to attack me.
Yeah.
I was like, you're lucky I don't take you out right now. I was like, if I didn't have my son, I was like, it would be on.
Wow.
So if Jericho, my partner, if she had my son, I would have said, turn the baby away, because cops are about to get called.
Wow. Turn the baby away.
Don't let him
Gloves
see.
are off. Baby's off.
Is there no bylaw out here against like not having
I don't know.
leashes?
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have him on a leash. I don't know if Ferry Island is where we were for the New Year's Day walk. But I hope whomever, I know they remember my face, because I seen them in Save On, and I stared them down. I was like, your dog ain't here to protect you, bro.
Oh.
I'm a big dog and Save On. Roof.
Yeah, that dog would jump. If you attack the owner, that dog would jump you. 100%.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. Well, the thing is I wanted to. I was heated. You get scared, man. Like,
you get in the moment.
Even though it wasn't like, it was a pretty big dog. It was like a medium-sized dog, not a large dog or anything, but it could inflict some damage.
Well, that's like what we were talking about. That's like an adult fear.
Yeah.
Like when you're a kid, like that's not something you really think about.
No.
And then you have kids, or you get older, and you start thinking like, okay, yeah, like wow, like a dog could really.
Yeah, and just having my newborn son with me, you know what I mean?
You fall.
Exactly.
If it knocks you on your back,
That's an adult fear.
And they're like, oh, he's good. And I was just like, whew. And so that was the first encounter. Second encounter, I picked up a big stick. So the dog comes up, and I have a stick, and I'm ready to go. And they're like running, freaking trying to grab this dog, and it's like circling me. And I'm like, what the hell? This is 2 times. I was like, we're getting out of here. I'm never coming to this place again. You know what? I don't know if I've been back to Ferry Island. Maybe once.
Wow.
But I'm just not into fighting dogs, man, or people. Just tie your damn dogs up.
Well, like that was like when I was on air in during the wintertime when we had that huge Arctic outflow. Like I would get calls all the time. So like, hey, we were driving through whatever, and there's dogs like just shivering and freezing, and it's like minus. What was it like? Minus.
We were getting like minus 45 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's dogs just outside, and it's just like. Take your dogs inside.
Please.
Yeah, like
please, yeah, like
that's being like just a bad, not even just a bad owner. That's just a bad person. Like
bad
protect
person.
Your dog.
That's keeping it real. We're keeping it real right now with you people. This is what we're here to do, is to keep it real, and I'm not.
Yeah, that's scary.
It was scary, man.
I feel bad too, because in my neighborhood there's a lot of stray cats, and they like will not come inside, so we had to put blankets in our garage.
Yeah,
so they would like
sad.
They would come sleep, and you would wrap them up. I'm like, man, it's like minus 45. I know you got a big coat, but you should like really come inside.
No doubt.
Well, I'm cold even just wearing one coat, when in that weather, right?
I couldn't even be outside. I had like a coat, a hoodie on, and like long pants. I was freezing. It was awful.
I don't. And once it gets into the negatives, I'm not outside anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I mean,
ever.
I remember my car didn't start the one morning because it was so cold. I'm like waiting for my engine to turn. I'm like, come on. And then it stops. I'm like, man, it's like minus 51 right now. I don't even know why I'm trying.
Yeah, I come from a very temperate climate. Like negative 13 is like one of the coldest like I've ever been in.
It's pretty warm on that island.
Yeah, definitely. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been really good with the cold, like outside cold. But in case in point, AC cold is like different, especially when outside it's like outside it's like 20 degrees. Like come in here, it's like, what is this? Like it feels like even in our
probably
office,
like 4 or 5 degrees.
it's cold in here.
It's very cold in here.
I can't stand just going from heat to cold, but like if it's just always cold, I have a pretty good time managing it. Minus 25 is about the when I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna stay inside and not do
It like
anything.
chills your bones though. Like you can feel your skin like hardening through all the layers.
Yeah. I went to Fort Nelson. I don't know if you guys know where that is. It's way up on the northeast
Is that in
end
the Peace?
It's north of the Peace region. So
You're like
we
getting
went
close to the border, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I step off the plane, and it was negative 39 plus wind chill. So it was like negative 46, 47. It might have even been 50.
That's
I
right.
stepped off the plane, and I like licked my lips, and I could feel the spit freezing on my lips, and it was like pinching them. And then my eyes started watering up, and I closed my eyes, and the tears froze my eyes shut.
Yeah.
I couldn't open my eyes. I was like this. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
So I just like booked
back
it
on the plane.
inside. I couldn't believe it.
Uh,
I had never experienced it. So everyone who lives up in Fort Nelson, I miss you and I love you, and stay warm in the winter.
You know, during that big Arctic outflow, like the same one we're talking about, this year, Watson Lake, Lower Post, they hit like minus 51 pre-wind chill. It was like, I think it was like minus 62 after the wind chill.
That's like uninhabitable. That's
Yeah.
like the weather telling you
well, they're
to
telling,
leave.
Yeah, they were telling people to stay inside. You're just not going outside today, basically.
yeah.
Like, I still remember coming to work too. I don't have heat at home, and I remember coming to work. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I don't have to wear 3 layers at home. I slept in my jacket. It was
I want to be one of those, what do they call those people, snowbirds or whatever, where they fly away from the
go to
snow.
Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Except I'll go to Haida Gwaii. I'll go live in Haida Gwaii for the winter and then come back here for the summer.
Yeah, the winter's up there. It's like only rain. Like
Yeah.
minus like 15 is like a super cold day.
Well, even
And
just-
there's no snow, and you don't have to shovel your driveway. That's something I've never had to do in my life, is shovel a driveway.
Shoveling sucks. I got snowed in twice this year.
I love shoveling. I don't know. Like,
Come
it-
on
it
by.
You
reminds me
almost
to
got
be-
snowed in once too. This year.
Yeah, I got snowed in once, and I
But
had
they towed
to,
you out,
my,
right?
Yeah, my landlord
Yeah.
had to tow me out because we didn't have a shovel. But no, like I went and shoveled some people's driveways just because like I just feel it's a good workout, and I
And they
just feel
paid you?
Canadian. No, I
thought
just
you got
feel
paid for
Canadian.
it.
No, I just feel
Oh,
Canadian
well.
about it. Like I just love shoveling driveways. Then again, though, it's not to say I enjoy doing it. It's like what I do, but like even in the wintertime, you drive just like an hour out over to Prince Rupert. Beauty weather.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Out there, it's
Actually,
gorgeous,
yeah.
yeah.
I would like Prince Rupert is on like top 3 places I want to live.
no, I don't think I'd want to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dude, their hills, like I still remember like reporting on the weather every day. Their hills and stuff, and when they gets icy, oh, it's brutal. And
Yeah.
they get a ton of ice up there too, because
Yeah.
they're right between like our 2 climates.
Ice isn't going to deter me from living in Prince Rupert. They got a great gym facility there. The
Have you seen their hills, man? It's massive.
Yeah, I used to live in Prince Rupert.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
1996
yeah. You're
to
yeah, yeah.
1998.
I got a good story too about going to Prince Rupert.
Oh, I want to hear
I
it.
had to.
I can't wait.
This is December.
You're going to get a lot of good stories in Rupert.
This is December in. It was like the 27th of December, and I was staying at a hotel there, and I like looked out the window. It was like 10 in the morning. I look out the window, and I'm pretty high up. I look down. There's a guy on a boat just like sailing. And I look over, he's got like a 50-inch TV strapped to the boat. And I was like, this is the most BC thing I've ever
Was
seen.
he watching it?
No, he was just flying by on the water and on this tiny little boat, maybe the size of like this desk.
A dangy.
Yeah, and it just going, and I was like, I got to get my camera and take a video of this. And by the time I got it, he was just gone, just going up the river.
Giving her by the river.
Just giving her, yeah, with a 50-inch TV. And I was like, that guy's amazing.
And you knew it was 50.
I could see the numbers on it.
Really?
Just threw the measuring tape
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
From his window.
because you must have been at the crest, right? So you had the
I
binoculars.
had the Knox, yeah. So
Yeah,
I popped those on. It was like, okay, 47,
Crest.
50.
Sponsor us,
you know,
Crest.
Yeah.
They do.
So. No, sponsor Keeping It Real.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you meant CFNR. I'm like,
We'll take some rooms, some in contra rooms.
I was there once.
We'll
I'd let you guys
logo.
sleep on the
We'll
floor
give
in my
you a
room.
logo up there. What's that?
They have chairs and couches.
No, not in the room. Just a king size bed, and there's that bench.
Yeah, there's the bench on the side, and I had a chair in mine.
Yeah, you could sleep on that.
You can sleep in everything, dude.
Yeah, you could.
I've
sleep
slept
there.
on cement before. It's awful.
But if we only get one room, I'm getting the bed because I'm the oldest.
It's a pretty big bed, though. Maybe you'll fit
I'm
two
not
in there.
sharing a bed. I'm a
Come
grown
on,
man.
You ever gone on tour with 4 other guys and you had to get a hotel room?
You're sharing the floor at that point. Or you,
No,
Yeah,
you
I've done
you always-
tournaments and stuff where basketball tournaments and stuff, and it's like 6 guys. And
You always call the
You gotta
tub.
have
That's
2
what
people.
I do.
Oh man, the tub would have been a good idea. We had 2
See,
people. in the
nobody
bed.
thinks of that.
I
I'm
could
like, I'm
not
calling the
sleep in a
Or
tub.
on the
I
other
could
side.
not sleep in a
It's
tub.
comfy, dude.
I'd sleep on
It's
the floor
comfy.
before I slept on
Put
the
a
tub.
pillow
No.
between you. 2 guys, and then 2 on the floor.
No, you just need to get the Bible and put the Bible in between.
Bible.
So a Bible length. In
Jesus
between
is
you
keeping
guys.
us apart.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah.
A little bit of a.
Just make sure it's the Old Testament. Anyways, moving along.
Moving along. Hey, how are we doing for time here? I think we're kind of.
We're going
way
it's like
over.
40 minutes.
No, this has been at least an hour.
No,
Nope.
40 minutes.
Yeah,
Almost
40
41.
minutes. So we're good, but we've covered a range of subjects.
We've talked about just absolutely nothing for like 40 minutes.
Actually, this is like the Keeping It Real version of Seinfeld. We just did like 4 Seinfeld episodes.
We did, and none of them were still funny.
Are you kidding me? Some of the stuff was funny.
Dude.
I could see Seinfeld doing a whole episode on Ardennes. Ardennes.
Ardennes.
Sorry.
Ardennes.
He's a funny guy.
you
Like
seen his
Seinfeld
special?
is funny.
He's got a new special.
I think he's funny.
Yeah, it's called 23 Hours to Fill.
Yeah.
I was watching it, but I fell asleep.
I like his show on YouTube too. Well, I guess it's on a network
comedians
now.
getting.
Yeah,
cars
comedians
and
getting coffee. I like when he
What
went
is
to.
that, Hulu? That's on Hulu or
I
something.
think it's on Hulu now. Yeah.
It's on Crave.
Have you seen the one with Obama?
Oh yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
go
yeah,
get
yeah.
coffee, and then he's like, you can't leave the premises, sir. And he's like, oh well, guess we'll get coffee here, and they go to like his little kitchen. I thought it was adorable.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the
Medium.
first time that like Obama had sat in the front seat of a vehicle since he
He drove it.
became president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
They
like,
just
can I
drove it-
drive this
Yeah.
thing?
They just drove around the White House premises, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
they're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
allowed-
yeah.
They weren't allowed off without personnel, but since it's his show, he
Now,
wanted just to throw them.
Jerry, I
Bulletproof
believe in
car.
a better America.
Oh, better.
And I,
Michelle?
Michelle. Now, Michelle, I love Michelle. Now, Joe. No, I like Obama. Oh,
Obama was
Barack
awesome.
Obama. Is that a sauce? It's a line from one of my favorite songs.
Yo, who do you think's gonna win
Obama.
2020?
You mean Barack? That Obama?
Who do I think's gonna win 2020?
Yeah,
Corona.
yeah. We might be Canadian, but it's always funny watching. This whole race.
I feel more comfortable talking about American politics.
It's very out there too. Like with
than
Canadian
talking
politics.
Canadian politics.
You know what's funny with Canadian politics? Whenever there's any sort of smear campaign, like blackface, like the whole sheer thing against like he's homophobic or whatever. Like whenever those things come out, they're so huge, and it just encompasses the entirety of it. But in America, whenever there's these scandals, there's still these dumb arguments that happen in between them. They don't even care that they're under like that they're getting criticized. It's like,
Well, it's an entire machine.
yeah, you said all these things against women and you did what? And then everyone else is like still arguing about like the environment and they also don't have any idea what's going on. And there's people just yelling at each other. Like it's
I mean, shout out Justin Trudeau,
yeah.
the first black prime minister.
Oh man, we're getting demonetized.
This might be the first and last episode.
Yeah. Well, it was nice working here too. Hope
Yeah.
Nice seeing
sorry,
you guys.
We're fired.
I have to say it.
Our quality's going down. No.
I appreciate.
Okay, going back to the presidential thing.
Well, I wanted to. Can I say something about
Okay,
Trudeau
okay,
before we
okay.
finish?
Sure,
I
sure,
appreciate he owned it and apologized, and it takes a lot to actually just say it's like, yeah, I made a mistake. Even if it was years ago, he didn't blame that as years ago. He's like, I made a mistake. I've learned, and I'm sorry to all the people that I offended. Like that was a big deal. He really owned it, and I appreciate that he had the gusto to do that. But go ahead.
I actually dressed up as a Mexican when I was younger. Just had a sombrero and a poncho.
Oh, no.
So if any of those pictures resurface,
It was the 90s, right?
I'm sorry. No, it was last year. Yeah, it was a
Well,
while.
This happened yesterday.
It was
I
a
would-
while ago.
No
I would
flash
say,
photography.
Oh,
I'm the kind of person where like whoever I'm sitting next to is generally who I get lumped in with. So like I've been hanging out with my friend who's Italian, and then I'll get mistaken for, oh, that's your sister and that's your brother. Like, no, we have no relation. We're not even the same ethnicity. I'll sit next to like standing next to like my friend who's Mexican. We're like, oh, is this your brother? Like, no, I have no idea who. This is my drummer, and he's from Mexico, and we're not related at all. I'm not even.
It's like
Mexican.
in those comedies when they have a black friend, and then the other black person walks by. It's like, oh, is this your mom? Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's like what? It's like
You guys
yeah.
actually look like you could be siblings, except you have like different dads.
It's possible.
I don't know. No,
You look very similar.
I don't think so.
I think you guys are twins.
No.
I feel
Get
like
outta
I'm
here.
sitting here with Mary
Got a
Kate and
different
Ashley.
nose entirely. Mary Kate and Ashley.
Mary
Have you seen
Kate and Ashley.
those two now. Oh my goodness.
Look who's talking now.
I was gonna say Elizabeth
That's not the movie.
Olsen. Out of those two
Elizabeth
twins,
Olsen?
yeah, because there was Elizabeth Olsen. Who's the other twin in that? Or am I thinking
There
of
is no
completely
Elizabeth.
different? Or
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Yeah, Mary Kate and Ashley. Who's Elizabeth?
she was Scarlet Witch in the Avengers.
Mm.
Yeah, that was her. I thought she was.
She's
part
a
of-
twin?
No, she's not a twin. She's a sister.
Facts, man.
She's like
I'm
a
gonna
year.
need-
No,
I'm
she's
gonna
She's
need
a
like-
sister of the Olsen twins?
Yes.
The Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
Huh.
you can literally,
No.
as far as I'm aware, yeah, Elizabeth Olsen. You can't tell me there's no relation with the same last name. They all look the same too.
They do look
Yeah.
the same.
Like except Elizabeth Olsen's like a fair bit younger than them. Maybe she's aged well. I don't know.
No. I don't
Basically,
buy
if you
it.
have money, you age well.
I don't
That
buy
is
it.
definitely not true.
It's 100%.
Have you seen
not
Joe
true.
Biden?
How old is he?
Have you seen
How
Trump?
old
He's
is
like
he?
80. No, he's 70.
He looks great for 70.
He's 76.
I've seen some 70-year-olds who ain't looking so
Oh, yeah.
good.
I agree. I'll give him that.
And they're poor.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah. He can
That's all
afford
there is
his,
to it.
Dude, if all you eat every day is McDonald's and like dollar store hot dogs, like I mean,
McDonald's
what do you
hot
think?
chip.
What do you
That's
think,
Donald
right?
Trump. Have you seen that BuzzFeed video where they like
Yeah.
eat as Trump in a day, like the weird stuff that he eats? He drinks 12 Diet Cokes confirmed a day.
Yeah, it's nuts.
He doesn't drink water.
Who needs water when you have Diet Coke at McDonald's?
I guess the main ingredient in Diet Coke is water.
He has like steak every night too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well done steak.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah, like you don't.
And you
like
know
that.
what he dips it in? Ranch up. Ranch
Ranch up?
and ketchup mixed.
Have you had mayo chup?
I was
No.
expecting, like,
You know what's funny? I never
steak
knew this.
sauce.
I think it's in the Cree language. It's actually offensive to say that in the Cree language, mayo chup.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry
it
to all
means
the Cree
words
people
that'll
out
get
there.
us demonetized. I know.
You said it.
But what's weird is that came out, I think 2 years before the product actually came out, but they never changed the name. They, like, I don't know what it was. They just didn't.
They just stood
Yeah.
their ground on mayo ketchup. They blended mayo with everything now.
Yeah.
They have ranch and ketchup blended together. They have mayo and mustard blended together.
Well, what do you do if you're in the condiment business? How do you make more money?
I don't know.
You start throwing stuff together.
Tartar sauce is the original blended together. It's just mayo and freaking relish.
It is very good, though. Like, whenever you have fish, you gotta have some tartar sauce.
I make my own homemade tartar sauce. Holy crap, it's good.
I'm a big fan of the mayo and hot sauce. What's that? The Red
Is that
Rooster
Red
hot
Hots?
sauce.
it's
Sriracha
Frank's.
mayo.
Sriracha mayo. Yeah, man, that stuff's good.
You just
Isn't
said
it Frank's Red
sriracha.
Hots?
Yeah, sriracha.
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 Sriracha?
Sriracha.
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 Okay, we're gonna be on this forever.
Yeah.
New question of the week.
It's always
It's
Is
the
it
new
sriracha
Ardennes.
or Sriracha.
It's sriracha.
It's always interesting the way people pronounce stuff because a lot of it has to do with like our vowels, right? So the way like we emphasize our vowels, if they're long or short, depicts how we say a word. Economist.
Economist.
Yeah.
Battery. Batteries.
Batteries.
Don't say batteries.
No, I had a high school teacher. I didn't make fun of him, but a lot of people
Or
did.
one thing that gets me is when people say schedule and they say schedule.
Schedule.
My boss said that.
What bothers me is I say it actually just is like folk music. Folk music and folk. You ever hear people say that?
Folk.
Folk music.
Folk music.
It's
Oh.
folk.
A lot of people say folk.
Folk or folk?
Folk.
Folk.
Yeah, with
But
the
which
L.
is it?
Like,
Which is the
pronounce
proper
L.
way to say it?
Folk.
It's folk, yeah.
Folk, Noel?
Yeah, no L.
Folk.
But I think that might be a regional thing.
Yeah, I mean, if we travel to like Manitoba right now, like I'm sure that their like dialect would be different than what we have here. There's no way that like we all share the same similarities how we say things.
Oh, definitely not.
Like even our accents, I think generally Canadians have pretty neutral accents, but even still, there's like A is a big one. The way that like given her by the river, you slur some words together.
But one thing that will remain always a fact, a true fact, facts, man.
Here it comes.
Mhm.
We all know. You can go ahead and
It's
say it.
Ardennes. It's Ardennes.
Friggin' Ardennes,
It's
man.
Ardennes.
Ardennes.
Ardennes just sponsor us and tell us what it is.
Yeah,
That's
can
true.
We
Can we
get a
get
sponsorship from Terrace,
Somebody should sponsor
Terrace
this.
Ardennes?
Maybe we can get some
Oh, yeah,
gift
we do have
cards.
one.
I can get some new clothes.
I'm always happy to get
Come
my
on, that
clothes
was
here.
funny.
Yeah, we look like a friggin' Canadian flag right now, boys.
Yeah, we do.
That's okay. I think that's a good way to end. Back on the Ardennes and Sriracha. We talked about a lot today. Look for weekly segments of Keeping It Real to come out.
Need more to talk about next week.
I mean, we talked about nothing today and
We
filled
did
an hour.
actually talk about nothing. Like, we should just get, like, at least something to bring us back to, like, a key point.
Yeah.
Like, I think that we started with Biden, and then we actually ended with Biden. 'Cause
We'll
we were
see if
talking
we get
about
the
the
budget.
right.
presidential race. Yeah.
If we get the budget for it,
We
might
never
do it.
actually said who was going to win.
Yeah, who's going to win? 'Cause,
Trump.
Wait,
There, I said it.
do we know who the independents are yet?
No independent's going to. Oh, my God. Is you think an independent has a chance?
I mean, Bernie's kicking every year. He's trying really hard.
I thought he dropped out. Or was
Yeah,
that
he
just
did.
the Democrat?
He's still running, but
Is he going to be
he's not-
independent?
no, he's not. Well, he's not running, but you can still vote for him. But he basically came out and said, "Just vote for me to make a point." But he knows Joe Biden's going to win.
Yeah,
the
'cause their whole
nomination for the
Democrat-
Democrats.
Yeah, their Democratic race ended. It hasn't ended yet. I don't think officially.
No, it hasn't ended, no.
Because they were supposed to have a primary right as COVID started.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But anyways, thank you for tuning in.
No, you got to say who you think's going to win the presidential election.
Redacted.
You can't win, though.
I seen that.
I'm not.
Ah!
Just edit that in. Can we just put in?
Yo. All right.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Trump again.
So tune in. If you haven't liked and subscribe, like and subscribe because we're going to be uploading weekly content.
It's going up on YouTube?
Yeah, ring that bell. Ring the bell. Don't know what it does. I think it gives you notifications whenever we...
You can also sort, like, if you ring the bell, you can sort, like, where you want to see us, if it's, like, first or just in the timeline.
Number one. Let us see us number one.
It's the same on Facebook. If you follow or like us on Facebook, you can actually, sort based on where you want to see our posts.
And
Yeah.
let us know what's your favorite Matrix movie, 1, 2, or 3.
I think 1 is almost certainly going to be unanimous on that one. I find it hard to believe.
We
3
had
was
the argument
good.
Here. We
3
had
was
the
good.
argument
Yeah.
already.
3 was good. I had the most fun watching 3, to be fair.
I think I did. I was older, though, when 3 came
that.
out.
I'll accept
So-
that.
So I think I just liked the action more. I was, like, kind of into that groove.
Anyways, this has been your episode of Keeping It Real. If you think you have something you want us to talk about, just let us know. We're very available. Follow us on all social medias. Facebook, Instagram, Bumble,
Like
Bumble.
Twitter.
Twitter. It's all going to be there.
Tweeter.
See you guys in the future when we'll be wearing different shirts. Hopefully we won't wear the same color. We'll coordinate.
I don't own another
We'll
shirt.
coordinate it. We'll figure it out.
You always have to wear CFNR shirts.
Man,
That should be your thing.
I
You
only
decked
own
out.
2 of them, and the
You
other
decked
one
out
is
today.
like 3 sizes too big.
We
for
got
me.
some in the back you could put on. Anyways, Keeping It Real, episode number 1. Go check out the past 2 episodes of the LPOG podcast. Marianne Brorup Weston. And, of course, these guys. Bye.